Hi, welcome back to Bee Mom. This is Becky, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming holiday seasons and different things that we can do. We live in a time when people are learning more things and discovering different issues and things like that medically that we have. And we've had some family members throughout time who have experienced different things. We've had some vegan family members, and we currently have a family member who has gluten issues, and so we have to be careful about cooking over the holidays and things like that. And if you're like me and you enjoy making Thanksgiving and providing Thanksgiving meals, and we're going to include my kitties in this too, then you want to know how you can best care for your family and give to them in a manner that's going to be helpful for them. So I have a few things that I have found and have used, and some of them are companies that you can look up and go to, websites that you can go to, and different tools that you can use and means for getting those tools. Obviously, if you want to look up a specific recipe, there are several good recipe sites that do that. I like Tasty. Tasty is wonderful. They're not sponsoring my video or anything, but they have a lot of recipes on there, and in a lot of them, if you go on, if you get like the app and then you click on the thing, they actually show you how to make it, which I love. Like, I love watching videos of how to do that. But let me just show you a few things. Let's start with general health. So there's a lot of people that just like to eat healthy in general, and there's some sites that help with that. One of the ones that I like the very best is Breadbeckers. Breadbeckers is a company where they sell different things, and they deliver it to people, so you can order things in bulk. But I like this recipe book. They ship it to you. So like, I started them because I grind my own flour, and I use their flour. I like using the sugar that they provide and the honey, things like that. So Breadbeckers is good for good, healthy, all natural foods. Okay, one of the other ones, paleo and keto. Now, I don't know a lot about paleo, but with keto things, you're trying to avoid sugar and different carbohydrates. So for around Christmas time, when we're making different cookies and things, Lily's is a great brand. You can get them at Target. Sometimes you can get them at Walmart. So there's those kinds of things that you can do. The dollar store, no kidding. The dollar store actually has sometimes Lily's. Sometimes it's not chips, but you can get Lily's candies there at the dollar store. And if you like to melt them down and cover pretzels and things like that, you can do that. That's not keto though. If you cover pretzels, that's not keto, but you can. A fun one. Here we go. If you like peanut butter, you get one of those small tray tins, and you get the small tin papers that go in it, as if you were making little mini cupcakes, and you just put a small glob of peanut butter, either low sugar or no sugar peanut butter, that you just put a small glob so that it's, I want to say, a little less than half full in one of those little cups for the tiny muffin tins. And then you melt down your chocolate, and you just pour that right in top. You pop it in the freezer, and after 45 minutes for sure, but sometimes 30 minutes, you have all these lovely candies. So you want to use it for Christmas, for like gifts for people who you know are diabetic or are on a keto diet or something like that. You want to give them a nice gift. You can put sprinkles on top in red and green or something like that, and it makes a great gift. You put it in a pretty jar, and you tie a ribbon around the top, and it makes a great gift. So that's that. Another product that's really great for keto is almond flour. This is great for baking. Again, you want to look up the recipe because it's a little different going back and forth, and you don't want to use regular sugar. You want to use stevia is my favorite. I don't like too many of the others, too much monk fruit. Also, I like very, very much. If it's not diabetes that's a big problem, then you can use honey, and honey is very healthy, especially if you get raw honey. You can just cut down the amount that you use a little bit, and then that helps. Sometimes I like to do half and half because some of the others, not monk fruit so much, but that's a little more expensive. Sometimes the other sweeteners change the flavor or the consistency because, as we know, chemistry is very involved in baking. So it's got to melt and have the right liquid to dry consistency. But there are lots of recipes out there. There are lots of YouTube videos out there for that. So that is what I've got for keto. That's not the only products. There are many, many others, but those are just some fun ideas for Christmas time as we're looking at that. Vegan. Let's do that. You want to read the backs of yours. This says may contain eggs, so you wouldn't want to use this. If your vegan person is not gluten-free, yes, then you can make regular cookies with honey. And if honey is, it's debatable whether honey is vegan or not, so you can look that up. But flour is definitely fine as long as they don't have any problems with gluten. So you can do that kind of thing and make things. But one of the things you substitute is eggs, because with vegan you don't do eggs or dairy. And so this is really good. And this, I got this from Walmart. And I got this, and it's very helpful. It's a great substitute. Read the instructions. There are instructions on the back. Read the instructions, and that'll help you with that. So that's just an idea. Coconut oil is a great substitute for butter, and then just add maybe another sprinkle or two of salt in there with it, because generally the salt in the salted butter, I always use salted butter even if the recipe doesn't call for it, and that way I can add that little salt flavor because it actually brings out the sweet flavor, believe it or not. So there's some ideas for you for some vegan things for your vegan friends. One of the other ones, I'm going to jump back because I forgot to do this. There's a company called Trim Healthy Mama, and if you look on Facebook, they have whole pages and things like that. They have a website. You can order stuff from them, and this is one of the things, a baking blend. They have many, many recipes. They have made whole cookbooks where they show you how to use the baking blend. They have, when you go on their website, you can find there's a chocolate and a cinnamon one that can make muffins, or it can make the little cup cakes that come in a cup, individual things, and you can look up recipes. If you jump on one of the THM websites, so sorry, I was editing the video that I'm going to put up, and at this moment I said the wrong thing. I said website, I meant Facebook site. Just letting you know. There might be more edits. There are so many people. You go on there and you just type in, okay, I bought this. What is a good recipe I can use? I really like chocolate, or I really like lemon, or something like that. Somebody will have a recipe for you. And there you go. More community for people, which I always think is a good idea. Community for us is excellent. All right. So we have covered THM, keto. All right, let's move on to some gluten-free things. Let me read this over so I'm not lying to you. Yep. This one is gluten-free, and it is from Cascadia Farms. Chocolate peanut butter no-bake cookies, also called Charlie Brown cookies in some circles, are also gluten-free. So they're very good. You want to primarily avoid wheat. You also want to avoid spelt. You can look it up on the FDA's website. They have a whole list of gluten-free things that you can avoid, so you can look that up and you can find ways to make cookies. Again, use your almond flour. Excuse me a second, because this is gluten-free, so you got that. I also found from Thrive Market, which there are some things good and some things not good about it, but they have a whole section of keto things, and I found sugar cookies. Yep. So you can, one more. I meant to say gluten-free here. However, Thrive Market does have a whole section of keto things as well. When you go, if you choose to go and look around their website to sign up for them, because you have to sign up, they're one of those ones you have to sign up for in order to get to order from them. They have it listed across the top: keto, gluten-free, diabetic. It's all across there, so you can find their different products that will come in these categories. So you can make those fun Christmas cutout cookies, and you can still make them for your friends who are gluten-free. And that is our very first video that's not a story for you guys. And it has been great. So subscribe, like, comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. I would love to hear who my community is. And thanks so much for joining me. I enjoy this so much.